Yo, yo, what's good, Tony?
Yo, what's up, Chris? How are you? Hey, everybody, we're back, brothers with opinions.
That's it.
We're back again.
B.W.O. Like clockwork, Thursdays at 7 for the most part, man. We back. We excited for another show. 3 weeks in a row now, Tony. Somebody from Hanley, the class of 98, not you, not me, but they've been in the building, holding it down, man. And this week we got somebody coming from Baltimore. Uh, by way of Hanley and Winchester, though, the Wink City always representing, man. We have a special guest
Mm.
on tonight, man. So go ahead and introduce him who he is tonight, Tony.
Oh, the one and only Michael Arculin.
Yeah, Big Mike.
Well, I mean, he's not big, but he's big at heart.
You ain't want to see him on that wrestling mat.
But no, you're right. You're right. Yeah. So everybody, yeah, we're gonna have on Michael Arculin and jump right into that because local sports here? Well, we had a huge snowstorm, so really there was no game all week. It probably, going the rest of the week. So, but we'll
Yeah,
shout out.
good for Hanley. They need some days off.
Oh, I mean, I guess they
You
don't need
know,
days off there.
I guess the whole area's had off, right? Nobody's played any games.
Nah, yeah, I looked and I didn't find it unless they were like way earlier. But well, no, because it started the weekend, so yeah, everything's being even up to Saturday. Because I actually contacted one of my players who played for me for Rising Stars to come watch. He plays it for Jefferson High School. And they already canceled it for Saturday because I'm going to go to a Saturday game. So area is shut down, and then we're supposed to get more supposedly.
Yeah, might get some Saturday or Sunday.
So yeah, that'll be interesting. I don't know if we're going to get more or not. But I wanted to shout out. We already did on our page. Ryan Strickland, who was a former, he was on the show before. He committed to UVA for track. So congrats to Rylan for that.
Yeah, they locked that up, man, before his senior year. That's dope. Or it is a senior year now, actually, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, it's his senior year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He already got like 3 state championship rings.
Yeah, something. He's filling up that trophy case. That's all I gotta say. He's a fast individual.
He's one of the goats for Hanley in track and field, and that says a lot because the most state titles Hanley's ever had in the sport is by far track and field.
Right. No, oh yeah.
Most of the banners in the gym are from track and field.
Well, that and what I think tennis
Tennis.
is probably up there too.
Yeah.
Tennis. I don't know if soccer is really.
Well, from our era alone, with 90, 98, 99, and including 97, the teams with Stephanie Slaughter and Matt Frakes, man, they won like 3-4 state championships individually. So that's like 8. And that was just them in those classes. They crushed.
Right, right. Yeah, Arne, I hope we don't get any more snow. That'll really screw us at work. He's coming.
Yeah. Nah, I hope we get more snow. There's a lot of snow out here right now.
Being a UPS, of course, that gets us all behind. It just makes more work. Yeah, so anyway, waiting for Mike to get on here because I'm excited just to have him jump on. We're going to talk about what? We're going to talk about how when growing up, how basically we're like a tight knit community, and we all keep in touch.
Still to this day, yeah.
Still to this day, yeah. We'll get into that. That's what Mike. So I think that's a great thing to talk about, and how we all support each other and everything.
Yeah, he might be snuck out there in the snow.
He might be. Never know. He might be. So, Chris, let's talk about if Hanley because I don't think they've officially canceled tomorrow's game between Hanley and Sharanda.
If they don't have school, which they probably won't, then they won't have a game.
Right.
They're going to either postpone it or have to cancel it because it's going to get late in the season.
They've played. I mean, it was at Hanley because I think it's just the city and county are different, but
the county definitely won't have school.
Yeah, I don't even think they've practiced all. They haven't done nothing.
Neither has Hanley. They haven't had practice.
Yeah, I'll plead the fifth. But hey, Mike's ready to jump on. Let's get him on, man.
Straight out of Camden Yards in the building, Mike Arculin, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on, gents?
Going on,
Guys,
Mike?
we're just shooting the shit right now, waiting for you to get on.
I love it. Yeah, I heard you talking about the weather. Nothing's going on. Everything's in a deep freeze, huh?
Oh man,
Oh,
it's like 5 degrees. It says it's gonna be 4 degrees when I get to work in the morning, but it's gonna feel negative something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
5 degrees here this morning. I know it was similar in Winchester, man. Brutal.
Oh yeah, it's brutally cold.
Yes,
At least
sir.
it's not. At least it hasn't been really windy. Luckily.
Yeah, we got lucky in that regard this time around for sure.
Shit. That window cut right through. You definitely can't stand outside.
No.
Yeah, the only difference I will say though, Tony, is where Mike's at and where I'm at. It's definitely places you got to be careful to go because it's right on the water and it's freezing. And unless you're at Jim Barnett Park and at whatever that
So you're
lake is
saying
over
you
there. What is
guys,
that? Jim Barnett Lake? Yeah, there's no wind going anywhere.
Jim Barnett Lake.
So Wilkins, yeah.
Yeah,
Wilkins Lake. There it is.
There.
James
If
Wilkins.
you want to call it a lake, I guess it's a pond to me.
But yeah, no, it gets real cold when you're on the water, man. It's brutal.
I live right off the Inner Harbor, so we get it here, dude. It whips for sure. Especially like up on the soccer fields and stuff in South Baltimore, man. You get it the wrong time, your hat can fly off your head quick. So I hear you, dude. It's real.
Right. So, Mike, we'll jump right into it. You want to introduce yourself and toot your own horn, whatever, and then get into the topic you want to talk about, Winchester community and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I moved to Winchester when I was 5 years old in 1985, so it's home for me, just like it is for you two. Lived there till I was 24 years old. I graduated Hanley High School in 1998. I left for like 17 years. I was out in Colorado for 17 years, and then life brought me to Baltimore about 4.5 years ago. So back on the Eastern Seaboard now, home. And yeah, ever since I've been back, it's crazy. Like social media does one thing for bringing together, and then there's a whole other layer of it as you see people face and connection. So, was at my 20-year reunion for Hanley, and my 25-year reunion, and just seeing people get back together and kind of back in the fabric of Winchester and beyond has been amazing, man. I mean, we talked about it a little bit yesterday when the three of us got on just to kind of plan for today, but Winchester is one of those towns that gets in your blood and then it never leaves it, right? I always say Winchester, but you can't take the Winchester out of the way, man. And that is so true about our hometown. So it's cool to be this close, kind of from getting home and seeing folks, getting back to the roots and the beautiful parts of where we grew up,
Right. And yeah, we touched on it, Mike. It's like, we haven't talked in how long? When was probably the last time I seen like a little after high school, maybe?
Yeah. We're saying I've definitely been more in contact with Jason, your brother Jason. We graduated together and stuff, so that makes sense. But yeah, Tony, it's been a minute with you, bud. I mean, I keep up with you vicariously on Facebook and stuff like that. But Chris, you and I like I think it was like probably 7-8 years ago, you had a bet going me about what LeBron was going to run the table on Steph Curry in one of the finals. And you were Team Steph, I was Team LeBron, and I came out on the losing end of that one.
Right. But
Steph got him. Steph got him a couple times in the finals. I mean, neither here nor there. Of course, Draymond cried and called KD, and the rest is history. But
right.
Yup.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's good to hear from you and see you again, man. And yeah, like Tony's saying, man, what all you got going on in your life? What's going on in Baltimore with you and the family and everything? You out there coaching, right?
Yeah, definitely coaching every chance I can get. I've got a 11-year-old little boy named Ben. My daughter Lucille's 7. So we're in the throes of doing this thing. It's all day, every day. And if it's not soccer, it's baseball. If it's not baseball, it's flag football. So we got that going on. My daughter just started playing soccer 3 seasons ago. This last season, she really blossomed and loves it. And my son's a maniac on the soccer field. He loves it. He's turning into a little soccer player. And I think his favorite sport is probably football. He takes flag and he loves NFL. And I take him to race games and stuff like that. Pretty cool out this. He goes lots of, during baseball season. But sports are a big part of it, man, for sure. I don't think, gosh, growing up, I played a lot. I played a lot of sports. My brother did. My dad was an athlete most of his life, so I think it's kind of hard to get from it to some degree. You know what I mean? So
Right. Yeah.
help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We got that going on here. Just kind of getting the kids through school. We've been in Baltimore 4.5 now, and took a leap of faith moving here. I was in Denver for 17 years. I work in cabinetry, and I worked for craft made cabinetry for like let's call it 8 years, and I got recruited to the East Coast by American Woodmark. So I worked for the home team.
Oh,
Amazing.
oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
That's where you're at, huh? But
Yeah, man.
okay.
Yeah, that's what brought me back. So it's cool to wake up every morning and work for the home team. So like we talked about it, the Winchester connection, man. I mean, you can run from it without escaping it one way or another, right? So
Right, right. Yeah.
fast. Yeah, we
Mhm.
love it. Baltimore has been kind of like a blessing in disguise. My wife always wanted to be in Colorado. We had like our friends and like our family. It was like our family, like wink wink nudge nudge family, not blood, but friend family out there. Irreplaceable, and they're some of the most people on
Mhm.
earth. We had that, but we did not have like a community where we lived, like in our neighborhood, like we always wanted. And um, one of my best friends, one of my brother's best, Nate Carper. You guys might know the name, you might not. But Nate is a 1995 graduate of Hanley. Um, he lives in my neighborhood. He's 800 feet from me. So like, we
Uh-huh.
live with each other. I called him up when I got the job offer to move back to Baltimore. And he's in Baltimore, like, dude, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna move to my neighborhood. It's an amazing place you've ever been. And I flew in and witnessed it. So this place is like a community here. So for those in Winchester that come into Baltimore for O's games, Ravens games, or just come kind of do Fells Point or what, I'm right across the water from Fells.
Mhm.
I'm in Federal Hill, and yeah, it's a lot of like young families, people that are here, kind of have the same vision. Everyone, urban folks raising our kids in the city, and like my kids go to public school in Baltimore. It's a great school here in the neighborhood, and the community is what makes it great, man. So got she got that community she always wanted and couldn't get. She's got that like living here now, and
Right.
we
Mhm.
live in a community, amazing people. Nate and Julie Harper, again, two of the most amazing people that I know, and I'm blessed to live like so close to them. And Nate and I play a lot of music together. We're in a band together locally here. So he's a bassist and I'm the drummer for Rust. So we're kind of a like a band in and around like this region, let's call it. But we are all like self for the most part. The band's been a thing for like over a decade. I moved here and kind of like dumb lucked myself into a situation where they needed a drummer, and
Yeah.
I said I would learn how to play drums and join the band. They give me a lot of grace with that. But I'm having the time of my life playing music with those folks. And
So you just learned to play the drums
yeah, yeah.
recently.
I moved to
Oh, okay.
Baltimore.
I thought you could play both guitar and drum. Okay.
Well, a little
Gotcha.
bit now. I mean, I still wouldn't call myself a drummer, man. Like let's be. Dude, I watch real people play drums, know what they're doing. Definitely like inspiring, man. But I can keep a beat, right? So that helps.
Yeah. That's the key. Keep a beat, right?
But yeah, that big thing. Our founder, his name's Russ Causey. Russ is like the coolest uncle you've ever had. So he kind of took us in with his vision band, and he's self-taught guitarist and vocalist. Started playing guitar like I think within the last 15, 20 years. Like he picked one up and just gonna learn how to play it.
Mhm.
He's fantastic, able to do. We got two girls up front, Dot and Claire, are amazing, and Nate's the bassist. I'm the our guitar player. Will is fantastic. Yeah, we make a lot of noise. We play for a lot of neighborhood. Our front man Russ, he started what we call hood stock in the neighborhood. We just
Okay.
the anniversary stock in those, and they've raised $1 million 20 years for unified community connections out here, and so they've done $1 million in fundraising for
Wow,
that.
that's
Just
crazy.
area, man. Really proud of that.
You're
Yeah.
breaking up some to me.
Yeah, Mike, I just want to add, how's your phone sitting? Do you got it sitting down or something? Are you on your phone?
Yeah.
You're just breaking up a little bit because I think last time it was one of our guests. They had to like adjust their phone or something because of the speaker or whatever on it.
Let's see here, man. Is that better?
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, yeah. All right. We'll let you know. But yeah,
It's
man.
only right that we get you on, though, Mike. We've spoken about it for a while, like I said, because we've done the show almost 5 years coming in March. And including the class of '98, man, just in the last few weeks, we've had Quay and Justin Garber on, musicians from the class of '98. And I know you've worked with both of them, right?
Yeah, two of my favorite people in the world, man. You don't get much better than those two guys. And let me tell you something, man. They both dropped albums, and like Justin was about a year and a half ago.
Right.
Quay just dropped one like in the last week or two, and like those two dudes are doing the thing. Like, they are doing it, man. Their music is so good. Anybody
Well,
out
sure.
there,
Justin
guys?
did the national anthem. Remember, at the Colorado baseball.
Yeah. So Justin sent me a video opening. I think it wasn't opening day. It was one of the days early in the season with the Rockies. But yeah, he did the national anthem before a Rockies game. Unreal.
Yeah, yeah. Because I forget, Chris. He told us a story like how that came about when we had him on. I can't remember exactly how he said it came about. He ended up being asked to do the anthem.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
just worked out, too. He crushed it.
he crushed it, man. Absolutely. And Justin's got some pipes on him for sure. But yeah, I'm proud of those guys. They're doing the thing, and what grabs me most is listening to their music and knowing them like it's coming from the right place, right? Like there's
Right.
like writing music, and then there's like having something to say. And Quay and Justin both have a lot to say, and they're coming from genuine places, and man, it's inspiring, right? So I know Justin's in the studio like working on some new stuff. I can't wait to hear what he has coming next, but. Yeah, Quay just dropped his, and like I can't stop listening to it. It's so good.
Quay's
That's all.
actually going to be performing in Winchester again, Apple Blossom Weekend.
I love
Yeah.
it. Yeah, he and Mark were generous. It was 2 Apple Blossoms ago. They had me come in, and I set my drum set up on the riser with them when they did their thing at show, and I got there was like a 30-minute block Quay mixed, and I like did the drums behind him. It was a lot of fun.
Right.
Yeah, he spoke about you when he was on the show with us. So definitely, he got nothing but love and admiration and respect for you too.
He's incredible, man. Him and Mark both, man. I mean, those guys. I remember
For
being
those of you that don't know, Mark is Quay's big brother. He's a
yeah.
DJ too.
Yeah, I mean, do you guys remember being in high school and those guys would do like Battle of the Bands and stuff, and they were sampling and doing like original stuff when we were all just like we were lucky to be able to play cover tunes back then, and they're like writing their stuff at like 15, 16 years old and putting it out, crushing everybody.
Man, my
Right.
favorite was Quay and Eric Thomas, aka Sleazy, when they performed at Daniel Morgan in that roundabout thing when we had back in the day, like 92, 93. That was awesome, man. We were little, but I remember that they did a great music performance, and I was like, man, this is dope. Like,
Yes.
and Quay just kept going.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're not stopping Quay when he gets going. It's
Right. Yeah. We know. Yeah.
I just saw
Right.
Eric had I guess when the snow was happening earlier this week, Eric had like some video footage going, kind of showing folks down I forget what street it was, but Eric was kind of guiding the folks in Winchester where to drive and where not to the other day. He's like a steward of the community, right? So
Yeah, he sells cars too. He does this thing in the car dealership world.
yeah. Well, last time I saw him, I think he had just switched from one dealership to another, and he was happier, I guess, wherever he went. So he seemed to be doing really well for himself. So I love hearing that.
Yeah, shout out to the class of '98 in the building, man.
Yeah, it's incredible. Like, there's folks, and like we talked yesterday, that's the connectedness about all this and all the different classes and like what people do and have done, and like we just talked about Quay and Justin, and like I was thinking, like, I think what class of 2000, Chris Rogers moved to Hollywood, and the show *Halt and Catch Fire* was like he wrote the show. That was like his show.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. Then my neighbors growing up were the Klimmers. I don't know if you guys remember, like Anders and Philip Klimmer lived across the street from me. Mrs. Klimmer, I think she worked in Hanley for a while. Their mom worked in Hanley for a while, but Philip Klimmer moved to Hollywood. So Chuck was his. right? So like we had another Hanley guy like doing the show Chuck back in the day, and he would use last names from people around like the Winchester area for like the names of his characters and stuff. So you'd be watching Chuck and like you'd hear last names and be like, I know that last name. That's the last name from somebody in Winchester. Like he threw
Right.
the about the folks on the show all the time, which is cool.
No, also I didn't know that because I know we got plenty people, musicians, for example. A lot of musicians have come from Hanley and doing big things, and actors and getting into Hollywood. I think we got a few. So yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, Corey Britz, man. Corey Britz is doing this thing with Bush, and
Uh,
he their music, and he's a solo artist. And his sister Kara sings with Blake Shelton on The Voice, and she's incredible. And there's this guy you might know him. His name's Jason Dinges. He's in this band called Honduran.
yeah,
Going around out of Portland, Oregon.
he's been in a few bands. I think he's kind of out of that now. Like he's got a kid. So he might dabble a little bit, but I think
Mike, did you ever perform at Battle of the Bands at Hanley?
I did actually. My band.
I'm
My
not gonna
band.
lie, I don't remember who all performed back then.
Yeah, we got disqualified. I threw a CD out in the crowd, hit somebody in the head with it, and we got disqualified the one year. I was like, we're gonna place this year. No, we didn't, but we did. Yeah, I had a band in high school called Gravity, and it was me and Thomas Glass, Eric Smith, and Nick Klein. So, and
I
Amanda
remember
was in
that.
our band towards the end of it too. And Thomas and Amanda are now actually happily married, and live in Richmond, which is cool.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, because didn't Corey, I want to say, played Nirvana? Was it Corey Britz that during one of the talent shows or whatever? I want to say it was him. But then Nirvana, of course, he was doing "Rape Me" because that was the big one. They were like, "Don't say it," like, and he still played it, and of course, he was saying it.
I believe it, man. And I remember when that song popped, and it was very controversial. I think they had a radio
Right.
ad called "Wave Me" or something like that they could play on the radio. You couldn't say the word, you couldn't say the R word. But yeah, that
Yeah.
checked out, man. But yeah, Nate. So Nate Carper was just talking about his band was in Battle of the Bands most years, and like they clean up most years, like win it, right? Nate was like virtuoso on guitar at a young age. He's every bit as good of a bass player as he is a lead guitar player now. So like, yeah, Nate's band would come and just clean everybody up. I remember that. Everybody's like, well, that's not fair. Like, let somebody else win it, right? So
Right. All right, Meg. I got an audience member, a fan, got a question. He wants to know who inspired you to play music the most, and also who's the best guitarist in your opinion.
Who inspired me to play music the most, and what was the second part of that?
Who's the best guitar?
The best guitar all time. Who you have as the GOAT?
So I'm going to go back to Justin Garber for a minute and tell a story. I remember being at his house. I was at a sleepover when I was like probably maybe younger than my son. I was probably 9 years old, and me and Justin and his brother Aaron were hanging out. And Mark, his dad Mark, was a fabulous musician. And Mark was gearing up for he had like a solo gig at Pickers, I think, or something like that. And I remember sitting up in Mark's room and watching him like warm up for this gig and listening to him sing and play. And Mark Garber, Justin's dad, was a big beginning for me in my interest in guitar.
Nice. Okay.
And then I was at Jake and Charlie's with my family one time for dinner, and I think I was probably in like second or third grade, and there was a band setting up at Jake and Charlie's. If you guys remember that place.
Yeah, you used to go over there and watch the games.
Yeah.
We were watching the game, and this band was warming up. They did "Revolution" by the Beatles, and I watched this dude like do the intro and like start singing and playing it. And those are the two times I was like, I want to do that, man, like for sure. And then I think maybe other inspiration was like being younger and like hearing Jimi Hendrix for the first time, hearing Purple Haze for the first time. Like, and remember Purple Haze was one of the ones, and then hearing Stairway to Heaven, like the intro to Stairway to Heaven as a kid, and just saying, I want to be able to play that kind of stuff, right? So that would probably be the inspiration I can go back to, maybe as like the core of all of it. Man, best guitarist of all time? Oh, good grief. I don't even know how to answer that without getting like people chasing after me and screaming at me. That's so subjective, right?
And there's a lot of different kind of guitarists.
Yeah, a lot of different kinds. I would tell
you, like,
you
kind of said the GOAT, though. I think you probably said the GOAT.
Hendrix is the GOAT, man.
Yeah, I think everybody would agree.
Not to
Nobody
speak
would
for
argue
you.
that.
I think so. I would tell you, like watching musicians play, like recently, like Billy Strings these days blows me away, man. I can't get enough
Listen
of
to
that
his
dude.
name. That's a fire name.
Yeah, he's a fire like bluegrass guy. I'm not even like bluegrass that much, guys, but like I
Yeah.
love Billy Strings and I love his band. That guy lately has been blowing me away, and I think watching guitar players play. My wife and I went on a date and saw this dude back in Denver back in the day. His name's Junior Brown, and he played a double neck guitar. One was a slide and one was a regular. And that dude, like, I've never seen anybody do guitar work like Junior Brown. So I honestly like probably watching Junior Brown play and really just like it blew me away. I never heard of the dude. It was like my wife's like, I got tickets to see this guy. You want to go? And I was like, yeah, man, it's in
Right.
Park. Go hang out and watch live music. I'm in, right? So Junior Brown, and then God, man, I've toured around with a lot of bands in my life. I love watching Trey Anastasio play a guitar. Love watching him play Fish. Like I love watching that man play a guitar. He's one of my like personal favorites, just to watch noodle around and do it. But I would say those guys, man. And then one more through time and space that blew me away and still does. Vernon Reid, man. Vernon Reid from Living Color was like out of this world different like anybody else back when we were like kids playing, right? So
Yeah, nice.
that guy's a
Yeah,
virtuoso in his own light. And I would say those guys were the ones that's watching and seeing through time that like blew me away the most. Great
right.
question.
Yeah. Well, I had like who I've seen best live is Tom Morello from Rage. Like that guy, like when I first saw him, I remember going and watching him with Wu-Tang Clan it was at Merriweather Post. And I took Jason, my brother, and he just like his jaws just dropped like watching him play. I mean, the guy's amazing live. So to me, he's the best I've seen
Tom Morello,
live.
bad man, dude.
Yeah. Mhm.
You just went and saw like Korn and those guys this last fall, didn't you? Up in
Yes, yeah. Took my boys and said they were curious. They were just like, I'm like, they're like, Dad, we want to go to a show. But one of them brought in my oldest, and then of course we went to New York, visit Chris at the same time. But yeah, man, that Corn's amazing. Like they're amazing. And then of course we saw System of a Down too, and that's another amazing band. They're just awesome band to perform.
Yeah, Serge Tankian's he comes from a different place, man, with what he
Right.
does. Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
dude, I got that. He's insane too. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, hmm
We did
right,
Oz 98. I think it was 98. And the year I graduated, yeah, it was like right after graduation, a bunch of us went like they were on the stage in the parking lot. It was funny because
dude,
like
I was there. Yeah, they were on the system was on the second stage. It's like, yeah, God,
them
man,
and
we're telling our age. We're telling
yep.
our age right now.
Yeah, man. Every once in a while I can wake up in the morning, my back doesn't hurt like a couple times a year, bro. I get it. Like happens a few times
Mhm.
a year, right? But
Right.
yeah, that was they were on the second stage. Motorhead was like on the second stage, and he
Yep.
like all like the best bands on the bill were like in the second stage. It's crazy. But yeah, I
But
remember like
that's when they were System of a Down. I think that's when they were breaking on the scene.
yeah, I
You
think
know,
Spiders had just come out as like as a single or something like that. You're right. They were
right.
just
Yeah.
that definitely dates us a little bit, right?
Right. Well, now that you say that, though, Mike, I just saw where Sharon Osbourne is thinking of bringing back Ozfest in 2027. Wants to bring it back, so we'll see how
I mean,
that.
and it's not
Mm,
gonna be the same without Ozzy there, but we all know that.
oh yeah. Oh well, I mean, what his last few ones though he did. I don't even think he performed in a
Did he
few
not?
of them. Yeah, I think I went to one. And I don't even think he performed
But
one
just for
time.
him to be to his presence
Yeah.
alone, you know what I mean, can mean a lot.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
That wouldn't hurt,
Let me
man.
ask you guys this: who has a better band from Virginia than Dave? Does anybody?
I'm trying to think, man. I mean, God, Dave Matthews is awesome. Jeez, that guy's still writing relevant music and just doing his thing, right? Isn't that amazing? Like,
Charlottesville in the house, baby.
oh yeah, much love for them. I'm trying to
But that
think.
might be the biggest band we have. I'm trying to ask y'all because I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, Pharrell's Virginia boy.
Yeah, but not a
Pretty big.
band. But yeah, I mean, Nerd's a band, but
Yeah.
There's a lot.
not the
There's a
same
lot of
way.
musicians from Virginia.
Yeah, but
There's
I mean like bands.
there's like okay, so one of my favorite rock bands from Virginia. You guys might remember the song Low, but Low was kind of what broke him out. But Cracker, man, Cracker is the real deal.
Oh, they're from Virginia. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they're
Uncle
out of
Cracker?
yeah, Cracker. They had the Low was like their breakout tune back in the day.
Mhm.
But yeah, Cracker is like still writing amazing music, and they're like a musician's favorite band out of Virginia. I know like Adam Duritz from Counting Crows like talks about them all the time and how they inspire him to write stuff, which is crazy. But
Right.
like I'm trying to think. That's a great question, Chris. Wow, other Virginia bands that are good. There was a local one
Just
out
because
of
Dave Matthews is so
never,
legendary.
like man, Monolith came up when we were
I
coming up.
was just about to say,
Dude,
dude, they're
those guys
still
were
playing.
freaking rad, man.
They're still playing, bro. I didn't know. Like I started seeing them on. Yeah, they're still doing their thing.
So
Because
good.
they have the one guitarist. What band? He plays in a big band. Their lead.
I'm
Oh,
not
dang.
sure. I know the Bayless brothers started Monolith, and
Right.
Tim Arts was their guitar player for a while. I don't know who's in the lineup now, but man, I'm
Yeah.
like those guys were awesome, and they did it, and for a long time. You're telling me they're still playing. That's great to hear.
Yeah. I want to say, God, I'd have to look it up now. But yeah, they're one guitar. Like he's in a bigger like group as well. He does both. So
Yeah, there's a kid from Winchester who was a guitar player for Havoc.
that might be.
Yeah, I
That
forget.
might be.
He's a
You
bit
might be
younger than.
right.
But he was in
Mhm.
Havoc, and he might have just gotten recruited to be in another band. But there's a kid out of Winchester who's definitely doing it.
Mhm.
See these connections, dude. I mean, we got kids from this little town in the Shenandoah Valley that go off and do stuff, guys. Like it's amazing.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. But let's get back to top. Well, let me see. Lee Lewis here, class of '94, in the hell said Junior Brown had a song "Highway Patrol." You
Nice,
know that one? Yeah. So there you go. You
nice.
know who Junior Brown is?
People know about the Junior Brown experience, man.
Yeah.
That guy is insane. Yeah, he shows up to the gig and he wears this big like what do they call it, like a 10-gallon cowboy hat. He's got like it's like he looks like a used car salesman from Dallas or something, man. He gets up on stage like geeky looking dude in this like suit and this freaking 10-gallon like cowboy hat. And he gets up and just shreds, man. It's kind
Oh,
of like
okay.
a Johnny Cash feel to him or whatever, but that
Oh,
guy's
all right. See, I gotta check him out. See, if it wasn't for you now and my brother Jason, I wouldn't know nothing about any new musicians. Keeps me in the loop.
I love it, man. Keeps me feeling young, man. I mean, I don't say there's a few days a year I wake up, my back doesn't hurt, but I like to try to feel young, man. Music's a good way to do that, right?
Exactly. So what I want to ask you, because sorry I haven't listened to your band, but what do you got? Do you guys do a lot of covers, or you write your own stuff?
Mostly
Band.
covers. You know, when we're playing out, we're doing just crowd favorites. Our bandmate Dot, she's Drum Doctor Dot. You can look her up on Spotify or whatever. Drum Doctor Dot. She's amazing. So her name's Dorothy. Adam Adamson, Holly Adamson. It's gonna kill me for not getting the last name right, but
Right.
she's Dot to me. But yeah, Drum Doctor Dot. Check her out. She does a lot of spoken word stuff, a lot of stuff on her own accord, and then she wrote
Mhm.
a handful of songs that we put music to with her as a band, and that's all original stuff that my band played on with her, and that's all her.
Okay.
Yeah, she's amazing. It's Drum Doctor Dot, and it's called Unboxed. You can get it, but that's full band. So we're in the studio, and it's not individually tracked. We were all there, mic'd up, like in unison, playing together.
Mhm.
And that's a bunch of originals that Roses and Rust is on. I can say that. And then everything else that Dot does is like that's her doing her stuff. She has a lot of people she collaborates with in Baltimore, but man, she's amazing. And she is in a new band called the Dirty Blues Band. It's like a new
Mhm.
trio that she's in. And she's doing harp and singing, and I think she's playing her djembe on that project too. But she plays the djembe a lot, and
Mhm.
she just does a lot of amazing stuff in and around the community too. She's a pillar of the community, and um, she leads the way with a lot of stuff in Baltimore for good reasons, man. I mean, one of our strongest social justice warriors here and all that kind of stuff too. So we're very privileged and fortunate to have her making music with us, man, for sure.
Right. Nice. Nice. So let's get back to the original topic. Got a little off topic with music, which is fine. We all love that. So,
Yeah.
Mike,
It's easy.
talk about how close knit, the Winchester community is. Now we're all into like, look, we haven't talked, and it's like we've been talking every day. It's like that's the great thing. It's like when you see somebody, to me, from the community or see them after years, it's like you never lost touch. You know what I mean? So, and
It's
you just talk.
incredible, man. We were joking about it yesterday. It's like the dysfunctional brother and sisterhood that comes together, but we all love each other, like through thick and thin
Right.
and bad, right? And no
Mm-hmm.
matter where you go, man, Chris, I mean, you can say this. You live in Brooklyn. I've been in 2 states and not back in Virginia since I was 24. But like, people seek you out, right? So if they're up in your area and they're from our town, they're going to seek you out and try to get some FaceTime with you. And my wife noticed it. She's like, man, she's like, what is it with people from Winchester? Like, they come out to Denver and like make time for us and come see us and visit. And it was always Winchester folks doing it. Kid from my class, Ryan Bain, him and his wife came out and did like a 2-week-long camping excursion. We caught up with him and did some camping in Colorado Springs with him one summer.
Yeah, I
And
graduated with his sister, Robin.
yep, Robin, Ryan, and then I think
Mm-hmm.
Brandon was the oldest brother. Brandon might have been in your class, Tony.
Yeah, maybe. Not
Yeah,
sure. Well,
awesome family. But like, they made the effort, and Ryan lives right up the road from me now in Havre de Grace, Maryland. So we're both in Maryland now. But David Ellis came out and visited with his wife years ago. They came out for Sturgill Simpson at Red Rocks and like hit us
He
up and made
visited
time.
me in Brooklyn. Actually, in Manhattan. He came to my job in Manhattan. Yeah,
right,
man. He was in
right.
Tennessee.
I
Ellis
mean,
pulls up, man.
it's so cool, right? Like making the effort to come and see folks. And then, my neighbor growing up, Carrie Gibson, he was like a sister to me, like, through a snowstorm in Denver, came and like broke bread with us at my house one night. And it just always happens that way, man. Like, people will make time. Tony, I was telling you, like, Jason and I tried to meet up when
Right.
he came through, and like we make time for each other. And my wife called it out. She said, I've never been around like a group of people who are this invested in each other as like people from your hometown. Like, she noticed it like when we were dating, right? Even coming up through,
Right.
and
Mm,
like the early times of us like dating and all that stuff. She caught on to that real quick. And
right.
it is amazing, man. And like, no matter where you are, it's gonna happen. You could be halfway around the world, and if somebody from Winchester knows you're out there, they're gonna try to meet up with you. Actually, I'm trying to remember who told me the story. They were somewhere like in Europe recently, and like somebody had a Winchester shirt on, and they went up and like talked to him. It turned out they knew a bunch of people from our town and like had like a conversation and ended up eating dinner together that night. Like,
Wow, that's crazy.
yeah, they grew up like an hour from each other and still had family in Winchester, like, talked about
Yeah.
it. It's
Mm,
everywhere. And then, the folks that go away, like, it just seems like there's always that pride. And, the Hanley pride thing, I think a lot of us probably like laughed a little bit about that when we were coming up, like, oh, that's a little ridiculous or whatever, but like, it's a thing, right? And we
but
saw
I
Stephen
think
Daly, like Stephen Daly getting love. Chris, I saw
Yeah.
posted it, but
right,
like, yeah, man, kid from our towns, like, on the IU football team just won the national championship. And then you've got Najee Johnson. Is that his name? Najee
Yep.
Johnson from Millbrook.
Out of Millbrook.
Two-time Super Bowl winner.
Mm,
Unbelievable, man. Riding in the float at Apple Blossom and meeting people. And like,
right,
you can tune into The Voice, and like, you're going to see Kara Britz on The Voice, guys. She's one of the singers like that backs people up when they're singing on The Voice. Like, she's a Winchester girl, right? And her brother Corey, we talked about him earlier, like, just doing amazing things, and always having time to come back and rekindle just relationships and good times in town when they're back. And they always have time for people. And like,
right.
that doesn't happen everywhere, guys. It doesn't, man. The older I get, the more I realize it's
Right.
Yeah,
special.
a lot of people I know, they're like, I don't care about my hometown or none of the people. I'm like, all right.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm like, I might not live there, but you can damn sure bet yourself if anybody from Winchester comes around, I try my best to see most of them. It's hard sometimes, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They definitely hit me up, yo, come to New York, or I'm in New York. I just hate when they're already here or something. And I'm like, dude, what you doing? I'm like, working all day. I didn't know he was here.
But the great thing is,
they do
Chris,
hit
is
me
like,
up, man. Like I said, David Ellis pulled up on me at my job with his wife.
yeah. The great thing is you make time for it, to meet up with them, and that's an awesome thing. Like what Mike's talking about, and like you
Yeah.
said, Mike, we discussed it a little bit. Like in school, we probably didn't get along with everybody, blah blah. You know what I mean? Like, but as we get older, it's like now, like you said, it's just everybody gets along. You know what I mean? Like there's just a mutual respect, and like you say, I think we're honestly speaking. This what Haley Pride is?
Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah, like everybody asks, like, what is Haley? Like, well, maybe it's keeping that connection through our lives with people
Yeah.
from which,
I
that's what
think
it
I
is.
think that's probably touching on the spirit of it, right? And like
Right.
yeah, it's refreshing to see, man. I know somebody that blows me away with his posts every day. I'm sure you guys follow him too, but like I grew up with Andy Vipperman, love the guy, man. Like he was always just such a stand-up dude, and to kind of seeing him kind of pull up people we know together like every day, even in tough and trying times. He's such a neutral, like calming perspective on stuff. And seeing people like Vip stepping up and like just like kind of putting good positive messages out there, and just like seeing the best of our community like shining like that too. Like it makes me want to do better every day, man. And like to seeing people like that. And I'm hoping that dude mayor someday of the town, man. I think he'd be a great mayor, honestly.
Yeah, it could possibly happen, I guess. There you go.
Yeah, we've had him on the show a few times.
You've had
Yeah,
Vip on the
man.
show?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was one of our first guests. Like when we first started, yeah. He's been,
That's important, man. He's an important one for that community for sure. So
and that's just another that like that brings because I never knew like Andy's older than me. Well, I was what a sophomore, whatever. He was a C. So like you said, like I didn't really know Andy or the Partlows or Trey
yep,
Kern, but now later in life, like now we talk like we're best friends. You know what I mean? Like everybody just talk because we have that common,
yep,
hey, I get growing up in Winchester.
yep.
So it's just weird how it works. You all just talk to each other like you've been friends for years. You know what I mean?
I remember watching. Speaking of the Partlows and all, and sports and all that, kind of going back to that. I remember I had my TV on. It was probably like 2006, maybe. I was out in Colorado, and arena football was a big thing, and it was the craziest game because it was, I think, the Arizona Rattlers were playing the Colorado Crush.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Brian Partlow was
Yes,
leading
Brian was coaching.
Crush,
Brian
and
is, yeah,
Lane Campbell was quarterbacking for the Rattlers.
yeah,
Here I'm watching TV, and I'm like, holy crap, man! Like that's Brian Partlow and Lane Campbell. I'm watching on TV right now in Denver, like
Yep.
competing.
yeah.
Two of our goats.
Two of
I'm
our
I'm not
goats,
sure.
man. Like, how
I
about
think
that?
Brian still does arena football. I'm gonna say. I want to
Probably,
say. I
probably.
want
I
to
know he
say.
was with the Crush for a while, and like they were good, man. I think Elway had ownership in them when I was out there.
Oh,
So
okay. Mm-hmm.
yeah, their quarterback was good. This dude John Dutton, I think, was their quarterback at the time, and like he was one of the best quarterbacks in arena football, and
Mm-hmm.
it was fun to watch, man. But it's definitely, again, the Hanley Pride thing. You're like, I know those guys, man. Come on, like that's home team right there. Now
Right,
I was
right.
conflicted that game because I didn't know who to root for because they were like on opposing teams. I was like, I got to throw the flag in and not root for anybody and just watch the ball. But
Oh, hell no. Got to go for my boy Lang.
there you go.
I love
Well, hey,
Partlow, but
Lane was on the
Lang was
Browns, right?
playing, so I'd go for the player over the coach.
I
But
hear you.
Lane actually made the league. I mean, he was with the Cleveland Browns for.
The Browns and the Falcons. He played with them in
Oh, so he
preseasons.
okay.
Incredible, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lang's that guy,
you
man.
could say they
The
made
most
it to
humble
that
dude you
That
know.
guy.
like, so hey, you make the scout team, whatever. Let's say on a professional
Oh,
level.
he was out there throwing passes to Julio Jones and all of them.
Yep. Isn't
Okay.
that man? I can't even imagine. Yeah, just I've never really gotten a chance to sit and talk to him about like his experiences with that, but I'm sure he's got tons of stories to share, man.
Man,
No,
Walter Payton, football player of the year in the whole country.
Isn't that something?
Let that sink in. We got a lot of people that have done well in sports, man.
Yeah,
mm,
it's cool. There's a kid. He might have been younger than you, Johnny Gilkerson. I think he was.
Oh yeah, he made it pro.
yeah.
When
the
I
Red
moved up here, he was playing for the New York Red Bulls, man.
Yeah, how about that? His brother Sean was my year.
Yep.
Mm,
Yep, and like There we go, guys. The more we talk, I mean, it's all this greatness coming out of the Shenandoah Valley. It really is just
Greatness, connections, and Mike, like since me and Chris have started this, 5 years ago, we didn't know how this would go, but the support we get from people is amazing. You
yeah.
know, like you talk about from the community, and they love it, and we're always getting because we feel like we're not doing much, but once you go out and people see us, then they'll mention, "Oh, y'all are doing great. Keep doing what you're doing," and it's just that support for everybody wants to support everybody and see them do well.
Well,
So
my perspective on that, because I've been following you guys since you started it, and it's an amazing thing. We talked a little bit last night about it. Like, look, these are the voices of the folks in your community and beyond, right? We are
right,
folks. We all grew up together. We are part of a united community and a separate community collectively at this time, right? And like, look, the world's a crazy place right now, and I'm not talking about anybody leaning any certain way or whatever. I don't care about that right now. But what I want to say is, like, what you guys have on here, what people have to say on here, regardless of anything, like, people need to listen up, because we're folks talking. This isn't there's nothing biased about anything anybody's saying on here. It's all true and genuine, coming from the heart. I've heard a lot coming out of your station that I nod my head and just say, man, like, these conversations need to happen more community to community, man. Like, Brothers with Opinions is a great start. Like, people need to take this and replicate it in every town in the country and beyond. And like, this is where honest conversation comes from, and where honest perspective comes from, and people need to know what the heck people are really feeling in every community, right? And like,
right.
I get to feel what people are feeling watching your show, and it's genuine. And like, what you guys doing is a gift for anybody that's willing to give it its time to listen to it, guys. Like, it's not easy what you're doing, but it's important, man. I mean, like, we're getting further and further and further away from like what I feel like people feel like they're further away from what truth is than they've ever been in their lives, right? They don't know what to believe anymore. Everything's like obfuscation, it feels like. And look, like, you guys don't have that on this platform, right? It's all kept 100 down here. So hats off to you guys for doing it. And like I say, from
Thank you.
people from the community, everything starts with the community. It's got to start stuff needs to be grassroots and be real and intentional and genuine from there, and supportive and loving. And then people need an identity at a grassroots level, and I think that's where it blossoms out, and where things get better for everybody, man. But you got to have strong roots. You have to.
Right. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate those kind words, man.
Yes,
And
sir.
that's really how we started this, right? For the community, show people love and all that. That's really why we started this. So yeah, man, I really appreciate those words, man.
I remember watching the first one. We were talking yesterday. It was like you and Zeb and Chris and Wayne Rush.
Right.
Yeah.
Guys, like,
Yeah, that was the beginning crew.
Yeah.
Yep, I think it was right in and around. I think when George Floyd happened, you guys had one of your first episodes, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And people needed to hear like what folks were thinking about that, not what they were hearing on the TV. And I remember, like, that was refreshing for me, man. I'm just like, all right, like,
awesome.
This is great
feedback, Chris. Like, this is great.
Yeah, we always ask people to give feedback, and most people don't say anything except for maybe like, "Oh, that's cool," or they give a thumbs up.
Right.
Well, we appreciate it, man. Definitely.
It's true though. Like, I just want to give a shout out to, like, to both of you guys too. Like, we're talking about community, all the greatness out of the Shenandoah Valley, and like, Chris, the Hoops for Hope thing's been amazing to follow. What you bring back to the community with that. And I hope that this gets bigger and stronger, like, as time goes on, and I hope more and more people are receptive. And shit, man, I think I might even, next time you do that, I'll probably come into town for it.
No, that'd be awesome, man. Especially now that you're in Baltimore.
Yep.
Right.
And Tony,
it's in the works.
Your turn.
Quay flies back every year from LA just to be the DJ for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony, you're coaching and you're mentoring, and Daniel Morgan and Hanley and everything in between too, man. Like, you're doing the right things, and congratulations to both your boys. I know Christian's the one that's actively in Hanley right now playing basketball, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yep. Just saw that he was like player of the month. Is that right? Or player of the week?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm butchering it. I know I'm butchering it.
Oh, you.
No, he was player of the week.
Player of the week.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, he's on the map, dude. Like that popped up in my feed, not from you. It was like from somewhere else, and like I definitely took that.
It might have been that Dimes report that does a great job. I don't know who runs it, but they do a good job
Yeah,
giving
they
love
keep it
to
on the hush
local.
like they have the Epstein files or something, but it's called the Dimes Report. And
Yeah,
they
but then
show love to
whoever
all the
does it,
basketball kids in the valley.
yeah, whoever does it does a great job though. So shout out to them too. You know, hey, they do a great job. But I appreciate it. Yeah, Christian, he's doing his thing. He works real hard, and I appreciate the kind word, the coaching. You know, hopefully our Daniel Morgan season starts here soon. The snow has pushed everything back for basketball.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
you know, man, what you're doing is important. And I mean, I know the three of us can think back to times where there were coaches that, you know, impacted us in big ways. And like it,
right,
you know, if you do it right, you can leave an imprint on somebody and that you can help shape their character, man. So yeah, like
right.
you're doing, proud of you, man.
Yeah,
Proud of both of you
yeah,
guys.
thank you. I mean, I just want to give back, you know, to the community and give them opportunities I never had or we never had as kids. You know, all these opportunities out here, but just ultimately just make them good human beings. You know,
Yeah.
better men. You know, that's the ultimate goal in life. You know, make better humans. You know, sports is just, you know, we all know that the ball stops bouncing or you know what I mean? It's going to stop sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I do see, like, you
yeah,
know, Nick Sardellas, man, another class of '98. One of
right.
my best friends growing up. Like, proud of him. He's taken the wrestling programs on in Winchester and really just like beefed that up, man. Like, we didn't have, what was it? We had a state champion in 1985, Richard DeVosa, right? And then like they didn't have another state champion until I think RC Simmons and Matt Schutz did it.
Yeah, and Freddie Bates.
And yep,
Right.
there you go. And like, you know, Coach Steve Bedrecki came into our program my junior year with Tony Rayburn, and they completely flipped the program on its head. And just, I mean, you know, they turned it into a beast real quick. But Nick was an incredible wrestler, and I think he was like maybe fourth or fifth in state his senior year. But I know he took the wrestling program and like flipped it on its head and kind of built on greatness. I walked the hallways. I was back for took my son to the Hanley Invitational like 3 or 4 years ago, and dude, how many state champs do we have now, man? There's like several. There's like 8, 9, or 10 like state champs out of Hanley or something like that. Like
I'd have to look in. Yeah, you could be right. I mean,
I might be blowing it up a little bit, but like there's several. Like Nick Sardellis has been a big part of that. I'm like so grateful that he like took his passion and ran with it with the community, because like he did all that while having 2 kids, right? And I think his son Alex is like crushing it this year. It's great to see.
Yeah. Nick's a great dude. I see. Yeah, he does good because I think he also is with the Red Lion at Wrestling Academy or where. So yeah, he does that as well.
Yeah, I think he was a big part of starting that up, if not the person that did. He's a big part of all that stuff, and it's incredible, man. That dude Richard DeVosa, by the way, speaking of the Hanley connection and the Shenandoah Valley greatness, he was a state champ in '85, and he came back and he'd roll around with us like maybe once a year or something in the wrestling ring. He was just kind of like he's a lot older than all of us, but he was like. Like I guess intercollegiate wrestling. I don't know what the association is, but like 2 years ago, he was given an award. He was the wrestling man of the year for like the nation.
He went to Hanley?
Yeah, Richard Tavoso Tavoso. He was a state champion.
Okay.
He was wrestling's man of the year like 2 years ago, guys. Like,
wow. Okay.
Isn't that crazy? Like,
yeah, that is. It is.
Yeah, just for his contributions to the sport, like, you know, throughout his life and like what he's given back, and like I think he's just a great dude. Like, obviously, but
right. Yeah.
again, like
that, man of the year at saying something. You know.
Yeah, man, but like that's our folks, man. That's everybody from the Shenandoah Valley. Like, it's incredible, guys. It really is cool.
Hell yeah! And you said their names, man. Shout out to RC. And then definitely shout out to my class, man. Freddie and Matt Schutz, man, they dominated back then. I'm telling you, we got blessed to have so many great sports teams from our era, especially 98, 99. But Matt and Freddie crushed.
So
and
good.
RC too, but RC was the class of 2000 with Lang and them. But yeah man, they dominated. I never heard that guy's name you mentioned before. I'd like
Yeah. You know, it's funny, man. Like earlier tonight, one of my best friends in the world, he went to Shenandoah. You guys might know the name Ben Whitaker. Do you know Ben?
Yeah.
Whitaker? He's my brother from another mother, and like he called me around like 6 tonight. I was like, I gotta hop off. I gotta do a please. Hopefully he's tuned in now. But yeah, Ben's a Shrando. He's a Shrando Hall of Fame guy, and he played football at Towson University back in the day. And he's another one went off and did great things out of the Shenandoah Valley. But we were talking about the wrestler. I just met Cale Sanderson this last week, and he's like Penn State's coach, and he's like he's the greatest of all time. Never lost an NCAA match, and his Penn State program's like incredible. But
yeah, I saw that picture of y'all.
And Ben was like, who would you say, like the best wrestler you ever like? Who's the best wrestler you were ever around personally? And like, I got to give proper like RC Simmons and Matt are probably the two best wrestlers I was ever around in my life, man. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna tell you this about RC. I never once since the time I was like 6, 7 years old knew him and wrestled with him. I never once saw RC get put on his back. He never got put on his back ever. I never saw that dude get put on his back ever.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a brother from another mother too, man. Like we grew up together. One of my best friends of all space and time too.
So yeah, him and Kurt.
All the love to RC and Kurt for sure, man. And but that dude
shouting out a lot of people in this show.
Yeah, because there's that Winchester connecting this baby. Wing City stand up.
We do. That's what we do.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's right.
Tony, Mike, we always bring it up when we get a chance, and it's the Falcons on my side on the left, the Broncos on the right, and the Jets in the middle, baby. We bring it up, and that's where we actually all of us remember each other so well because we was all out in the same fields up there in the park practicing and thinking we was all the best.
little superstars out there.
Well, I got lucky. I had Adam Brathwaite and them on my team, but yeah, man, it was fun.
But I'll ask this question, Mike. You were on the Broncos team that
beat us
in the Super Bowl.
I was not on that team. That was a year after.
Jason was and Robert Fowler. So I was wondering if you were still on the Broncos when they upset them. That I guess.
No, remember Jason was. People complained because Jason was in a higher grade than all of us, and we were still in it. Dude, but those guys were playing Daniel Morgan. They were all playing Daniel Morgan, Mike and them.
I remember.
Well, no, I remember because Jason's young.
I know, but his grade was with Mike and Andrew Mudd and all them. Yeah. So they went to Daniel Morgan to play, and he stayed in Little League with us. So people was like, "What?"
Because
him and Robert Fowler killed.
He started school early, but what I'm getting at is in Little League. The funny thing is because he was a big kid, people thought he was too old. Like parents were complaining, like he's too old. Why is he out there? And me and my parents were just like, he's literally a year younger than everybody else out there, but just dominating.
I remember that because I think my dad was coaching that Broncos team. He was still coaching, and I moved on. I think it was like we were part of the Hanley freshman football program at that point in time. That's right. But I came back to watch that game. I watched Jason and Robert get the dub. Definitely saw him get the dub.
Yeah. They were a duo for sure in that backfield.
Yeah, I was the quarterback of the team the year before the Broncos team, but I was really good at handing the football off to talented people that made a lot of really big plays. I was really good at handing the football off.
That's all. Hey, that's all I did.
I didn't do much, man. Like Paul Carpenter did all the dirty work, man. Paul and Phil Swanson and RC was on that team. Like those guys, I just handed the ball off and like made it look good, man.
Look, when I was on the Falcons, bro, like we had an all-star team, but not in little. We were just hard-headed. I had Javon Hooker, Domino Johnson, who had like Jason Woods, like was all around. And these guys ended up in Haley, like great play, dude. In Little League, I guess it was coaching or we just, dude. And that's all I did too. I just handed the ball off. That's all. I threw 2 passes, and they were both completed to Jason.
There you go. I remember my first year playing Little League football. We were playing the Falcons. I didn't know who Domino was, but I remember like I was playing defense that year or something, and I remember coming around trying to make a tackle, and like next thing I knew, like I was seeing the freaking like, you know, it's like I was looking up at the Pleiades or something, man. Like a bunch of stars hit my eyes, and I'm looking up at the sky, and I fall on my butt. I ran right into Domino Johnson. Domino freaking laid me out, and I was like, "That's the biggest boy I've ever run into in my life."
Dude, the coaches would because I played inside. I played linebacker and Spencer Wilkins was on that team with me too. Dude, they put me up against Domino all the time in practice. You know, and I'm like, why? Like,
you were older than him. Get out there.
I'm like, this boy is not even allowed to remember the yellow stripe down the helmet, like when you were overweight.
It builds character, Tony. It builds character, right?
It does. That's right. It does. It turned me into the man I am today.
Chris, what position did you play for the Jets, man? You were in the Jets, right?
Yeah, I played the bench.
He was the BG. He was the halftime show.
Dude, we had Adam Brathwaite in them, and Adam was the best player I've ever seen at that age. And then, so we had Mike Jenkins and I can't even name everybody that played on the team, but Kevin Curry, Sleazy, they were all on that team, and with Justin Brown and Terry Boyd and
that was Sonny Burke. Sonny Burke is your coach, right?
Tommy Butler.
Tommy Butler, is that okay?
And then after that, Patrick and Wayne Rush and them came. Yeah, so I didn't play much until my third year, but then I played tight end, defensive, and punter. And punter was my favorite position. I love punting the ball.
Good enough, man.
I love people trying to think that they was going to get me, and I'd boot the ball down the field. They'd be like, "What? This little kid?" But yeah, because I played soccer before football, so I was ready to do that. But man, I played freshman football as an 8th grader. When Fartlow's in them one states, that was my favorite year because it felt like we all won it. Of course, all of our teams went undefeated, but I quit after getting hit by Freddie Bates and Domino and Matt Schutz and all that after a while. I'm like, man, I'm not going to keep – and Todd Hill's like, go over the middle. I'm like, man, I'm a $120. He's like, go over the middle. I'm getting hit by Domino and Matt Schutz and them. I'm like, man, I'm about to just stick with basketball. Get the hell out of here.
No mercy, right? Oh, my God.
Yeah, I was like, I'm good, man. So, yeah, I played the bench a lot, but I was a big cheerleader for our stars like Patrick and Brathwaite, so – talking about coaching and stuff, Adam Brathwaite, man, he's one of the GOATs too.
Loving it, man. Love seeing him at Cincinnati right now and doing great things and just a great human being too, man. I'm with you, Chris. He was one of my favorites too coming up. And I knew him mostly from wrestling. He was on the wrestling team, and he also I guess playing football. I think I played football with him 1 year before he moved up quick. He was too good to probably play the level I was at, but Adam's just good people, man. I probably haven't talked to that dude in probably 25 years, but I love seeing him doing good things, man, for sure.
Right.
Yeah, we'll have to get him on the show sometime.
Yeah, you guys should get him on the show, man. That'd be a good one for sure.
Yeah, it would for sure.
But we're not gonna hold you up too long. Hey, Tony, you got that game
we're already at an hour here. We're just talking away, which is great. But remember, Mike, we told you that this or that. I'm going to give you 2 choices and you choose. So it's random stuff, right? All right, we're going to jump right into that. So since the Super Bowl is coming up, Seattle or New England?
Seattle.
Me too.
That's what I'm rooting for. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Guitar or drums?
Guitar.
Hendrix or Tom Morello?
Hendrix.
Football or wrestling?
Oh man!
I was like, one of them's gonna stump them here.
Just like being a fan and watching it and following a sport casually. Is that what we're getting at? Just like.
Well, I know you did both,
you
right?
like more.
So, yeah, what do you like? It's your choice.
I spend every Sunday like watching football, so probably these days it'd be football as a fan or whatever. Yeah.
Right. All right, here we go. Transformers or Thundercats?
Thundercats, ho, baby.
Yeah, I love that one too. Thundercats was fire.
Right. All right. Phil Collins or Dave Grohl?
Dave Grohl.
Wow. Ooh, interesting. Bigger thought you'd go Phil Collins.
Nah.
All right. Baltimore.
I got Nirvana and Queens of the Stone Age in my blood, dude. Come on now.
Right. That's what you. Right. I get it. Baltimore or Denver?
Oh man. Dude. I don't know. God knows. Yeah. I can't answer that one. I feel like I'm.
You gotta take a drink for that one, then.
Yeah. Look, man, they're both like I mean, I'm to be real with you for living in a community, man, and raising my kids and being with my family. It's Baltimore all day, man.
Got it. Okay.
So it was better you were out in Denver as you were younger than getting to experience that.
You got it. You got it. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. got
Amazing,
two more.
man. I mean, God knows, if you've never been, I can't suggest a place anymore for people to go visit and hang out. So,
Right. Okay, two more. Sandlot or Little Giants?
Sandlot, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Macho Man or Ultimate Warrior?
Macho Man. Oh
Hey,
yeah.
Chris. That's my favorite. Ultimate Warrior was Chris.
Yeah.
that's, that's this or that. You know, it's pretty fun to do. See what your choices
Love it.
are.
Good thing because I was gonna pick Pearl Jam or Nirvana, but it's easy that you already said Nirvana, right?
Right.
I gotta go with Nirvana, man. I gotta go with them. Like, yeah, it's a great one.
I'm with you on that. Yeah. I like
My
Pearl
favorite
Jam.
band is Red Hot.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, I love them, man.
So good. So
Right.
good.
Right.
I love that.
And my favorite guitarist is Slash.
I can't argue that. Yeah, hey, Slash is great. You know?
He's so good. He's so good. I think he's an even cooler like human being on top of all of it too, Chris. I think he's like genuinely like a really good dude too. So
Right.
like
Yeah.
nothing to not love about Slash, and he freaking shreds too. So
That's dope.
But hey, Mike, it was fun having you on, man. Really enjoyed it. Connecting back with you again. Hey, let's keep in touch.
I love it. Yeah, man. We got each other's numbers, so definitely we're going to be in touch for sure, guys. And
yeah,
I'll keep up with what you guys are doing on social media. And again, Chris, you do Hoops for Hope. I'm there, bud. Like,
I was gonna say, hey, show up when we get that organized and together again. Because me and Chris have been talking about, we got to work on that and date and all that stuff. Because it's a lot of work.
I can imagine, and like it's one of those things that you put the work in and you get done with it. I'm sure it's like the most rewarding thing ever, too. Just knowing like, what an amazing job you guys are doing, and it's impacting folks, man. It's a community thing that we got on here to talk about, right? I mean, that's it.
Right.
You guys are the heartbeat of it, gentlemen. You're the heartbeat of it.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Every now and then I'll take a little break from stuff, but when I'm in it, I'm nonstop calls, texts, emails all day. I'm not paying attention sometimes to what I'm supposed to be doing at work. I'm trying to hit Mr. Norman or Javon. I'm like, yo.
Right.
But yeah, if you don't reach out, man,
that's someone we got to get on too. Is Mr. Norman? I was
I'm gonna hit him up again, man. We gotta get him, Mr. Chambers, and Mr. Coonley all on.
Right.
Yep.
The goat.
Man. Man, that you got a good list of quality folks to get on your show. That's for sure. I think Mr. Coonley's in Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's up there loving baseball, and his kids are playing hockey.
Yep.
And I hear Mr. Norman's like people are in contact, but I hear he's off the grid, like been off the grid, like he's living in the woods in a cabin.
Because he learned a long time ago what we're mostly learning now in the last few years. He got out the matrix.
Yeah, he got out the matrix.
He realized that most people are living a life to chase things that don't mean anything, and he just escaped it. And he's has his peace of mind. And that's awesome.
Right.
He might be my new hero now. Hearing that, man.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Awesome.
But
dude, he was my favorite, man. Mr. Norman was awesome.
Yeah,
he was awesome.
I loved all of them, but Mr. Norman, he was so cool, calm, and collect, man. And if anybody talked shit on that basketball court, he'd act like Larry Bird, like.
Now, could you outshoot Mr. Norman, Chris?
No, I'm pretty sure maybe never. Maybe I would have felt like it when I was doing my best, but nah, man. I don't even know if Lang or anybody would have outshot him. Mr. Norman was cold.
I remember trying to compete with him. Yeah, you could shoot with that guy.
Mr. Norman was cold, man. He played college basketball too, in Louisiana. Right. So
yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey guys, hate to cut it short, Mike. But hey, you're welcome to come on anytime, man, and we'll definitely keep in touch and support you. But it's great having you on, man.
Thanks
it's been a blast, Mike.
On your show, man. I really appreciate it, and it's great catching up, and all the best to everybody out there, man. Hope everybody lives their best life and wakes up every morning and decides to do more good than bad, right? That's all we can do every day. Lift each other up and spread the love and spread positivity, guys. So let's do it.
I love that. And I love that motto and that mantra, man. Shout out to Kevin Curry, class of 98, February 21st, ladies and gentlemen. Building brothers up, man.
There you go.
Yep. It's a great thing he's doing for the community, Mike, right? And it's about guys any age from young kids all the way up to grown men, and speaking and getting things off their chest and coming together to try to help each other, release things that men don't get to talk about. So that's great. And shout out to him and having it over there on Valor Drive or whatever, or Andy Combs Church. So you guys get out there and support Kevin and what he's got going on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Please do.
Yep. All right, Mike. Hey, man, have a great night. We'll keep in touch, man. Appreciate you being on.
Thanks so much, guys.
All right,
Yes,
Mike.
sir.
Love you, man. Y'all be safe, fellas.
You too, brother. Y'all be good.
All right, Mike. Later.
Peace.
Yeah, Chris. There we go. Mike Arculin.
Yeah, that was fun, man. Good.
Yeah. So, hey, everyone, Chris, let's speak on what we're working on here before we get off real quick. Big news. I get city manager in Winchester.
Yeah.
That was just appointed, okay, to the position. Anybody wants to get on and speak about Piper being new city manager, reach out and speak on it.
What they calling him, the Rowdy Piper?
Uh-huh. The Roddy Piper. Hey, I don't really. Hey, we're looking into it.
I don't know who he is.
Hey, but Chris, we're just leaving it at that. Right now, we're looking into it, this whole new city manager thing, and people, what got my attention is like when it happened, it was announced, like the community, people were enraged, basically, not happy. Yeah,
it just caught me by surprise because it seemed like most people didn't even know there was any way to vote or what was happening. He just seemed like he was, boom, here's the new face of this position as the manager.
Right.
And, I don't know. But then I heard he ran against our good buddy, man, and my brother, Carl Rush. And we didn't even know, like, if people couldn't vote. So to me, that's something weird about it. But, yeah, we got a lot of research and people we've been talking to about this, and we'll get out there soon about it. But like Tony said, you guys want to speak about it or have anything on it, man, because we don't know but what you guys tell us and what we do for the research. So come on out. Hit us up, man.
Right. Yep. Hey, and that's really all I got. We got any more shout-outs or happy birthday? Whose birthday? There was somebody's birthday today. Who was it?
There's lots of birthdays. I'll be
I got to get better about that. Yeah, Chris, we gotta get better. We gotta get back to that.
It's funny because my birthday was this past week, and Tony didn't even say nothing last week.
Too.
It's all good.
Bro, I forget my own birthday. My own brother gets mad at me because I don't hit him up or text him. My birthday,
Yeah, just like Aaliyah said, it's just a number, man. I ain't worried about it, man. As long as I'm still here and breathing, man, and celebrating life every day.
Right.
But yeah, man, we got the young superstar for the Kickers on next week, Mr. Mason, right?
Mason Savage will be on.
There we go.
Yes, Mason Savage will be on Millbrook Kicker. Yeah, we will have him
out
on.
there. He got like 4 college offers recently, so that's dope to see, man. His mom Sarah's out there working hard and on his behalf, and man, we wish him the best. So we can't wait to have him on next week, Tony. That's gonna be a good show.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. And trying to get other local athletes, so working on that too. So definitely, if a local athlete wants to reach out to, hey, we'll get you on. Give you 10, 15 minutes to shine. Shout out. But all right, Chris. I guess that's it. I'm gonna go get something to eat, get to bed. I guess get ready to do my little job tomorrow. But man, excited for next week. Like you said, Mason Savage, and then everybody. Hey, if you got your opinions on Piper or what, reach out to us. We'll be glad to have you on. You can speak your mind and your concerns with the city that's going on. Because hey. We talk politics, everything. The thing is, the local Winchester, our area, it starts locally, so it's important to have who the people want in there, I guess I should say, right? So, yep. All right, man. Chris, enjoyed. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. And thank you to Mike.
Shout out to Mike for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
Yep. All right, brother. Love you, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right, love you too, man. Y'all be safe out there. Have a blessed weekend.